This fictional movie shows us how thousands of years ago trolls used to walk the earth. They were forced to extinct, but some of them survived. Let's see what happens when one of the trolls wakes up after so long. Welcome to Movie Recall. In today's video, we will be going through the 2022 movie Troll. It's time to recall. Let's get started. Turn on subtitles and spoilers ahead. The movie begins and we see that Nora and her father are climbing a huge mountain. When they get to the top of the mountain, they sit there together. There, her father tells her that the mountain she was looking at was actually trolls. He tells her that the trolls tried to avoid the sun, but once the sun's rays got to them, the trolls turned into rocks. This was the reason these peaks were called Troll Peaks. Nora tells her father that she thinks these stories are not real and that such things only happen in fairy tales. Her father tells her that sometimes you have to believe in something from the heart to actually see them. Nora looks at the mountain peaks very carefully and sees some faces on them. This really shocks her, but she still thinks that such things do not exist. The next scene takes us 20 years further. Here we see that Nora has grown up to become a paleontologist. She is at a site working with her team, and her colleague Dr. David Secord tells her that the university is about to cut funds for the research that they were currently doing. As she is still digging, Nora finds something in the ground. It is the bones of some ancient creature. Next, we can see that the government is working on a tunnel in the Dover Mountains. The local people of the area gather around the construction site to protest against the work. The workers set off some explosions in the tunnel, and as they go back in, they hear some sounds and the entire tunnel collapses, killing many workers. The Norway government sends aircraft to take pictures of the site. As the Prime Minister of Norway gets a brief of the situation in her car, she sees the pictures taken by the aircraft. Her assistant tells her that the craters look like as if they are footprints, but they don't take this assumption too seriously and leave it to the professionals to figure out what it really was. On the other hand, we see Nora celebrating with her teammates for the new discovery that she had made. Suddenly, a helicopter flies in and some soldiers get off it. They ask for Nora and tell her that she has to go with them to Oslo as it is a matter of national security. When she gets to Oslo, the Prime Minister's assistant receives her and takes her to the room where all the important people of the country are sitting and they are trying to understand the situation. As everyone is talking, an officer comes in the room and tells them that she has found footage that could play a vital role in the situation. She plays the video, which was made from phones of one of the protesters at Dover Mountain. Everyone sees the video as a normal video, but Nora notices the giant stone man and the voices howling. Nora tells them that a team should go and check the site. The PM sends Nora and her assistant to go and investigate the matter. On their way, the assistant asks Nora about her life, and Nora tells him that her mother passed away when she was just 10 years old, and she did not have a close relationship with her father, not anymore. The assistant tells Nora that he actually wants to be a writer and did not like his job much. Next, we see an old couple having their morning breakfast as their dog starts to bark loudly at something. The old woman hears some disturbing noises, and then their entire house starts to shake. The couple gets inside the secret basement of the house to avoid danger. After a while, when they come out, they see that half part of their house is destroyed. Nora and the PM's assistant reach the site, and Captain Christopher receives them. The captain takes them to the old couple, and the couple tells them what they had experienced. The captain tells them that something came out of the direction of the Dover Mountain and went towards the mountains and disappeared. Nora then goes inside a huge footprint to find some biological evidence, but finds nothing. Everyone is really confused at how something so big can disappear into thin air. Nora tells them that there is only one man who can help them with the situation and takes them to a house. As they get near the house, an old man steps out with no pants on and a gun in his hand. Nora tells that man that it was Nora, his daughter, and she needs help with something. She then tells the assistant that that man is her father. No one knows the mountains of Norway better than him. Her father lived away from everyone because everyone thought that he was crazy and no one believed in his stories about the trolls. He takes them inside the house and everyone notices that her father was doing research on trolls as he wanted to prove to the entire world that he is right. Nora shows her father the video and explains to him the entire situation. He tells them that thousands of years ago, trolls used to walk all over Norway and the thing that they are looking for is also a troll. He asks them to take him to the site where the footprints disappear. As they get there, he gets off the helicopter and starts to run around the place and look for something. Nora goes to him and asks him what was wrong. He tells her that everything was wrong. According to the map, this valley is not supposed to be as it is. There, Nora smells something weird. Nora gets a little emotional as she is seeing her father after a long time. As they both talk and argue, the troll opens his eye. They notice the troll and start running towards the helicopter. They get out of the place safely and show a live video to the PM and her team in Oslo. Everyone is really shocked to see the troll. The officers and the team in Oslo decide to attack the troll as they saw it as a threat. Nora and her father were not in favor of the attack. They ask the PM for time to at least study the troll, and the PM tells them that their work has ended now and they will handle the situation. The entire army is getting ready to attack the troll as Nora, her father, and the PM's assistant go to Captain Christopher and try to convince him to take them with him. The captain is resistant, but eventually Nora persuades him to take them along. When they reach the troll, the army gets ready to attack. They observe the troll and see that the troll is walking towards them. The arm starts to fire rockets at the troll. Nora's father tries to stop them from attacking the troll as he knew that this will only make the troll angry, and when he gets angry he will attack them and destroy everything. The army's attack on the troll has little effect on it. The army uses all that it can to attack the troll, but the troll still walks towards them and starts to destroy everything. Seeing this, Nora's father walks up to the troll and starts to talk to him. The troll stops and starts looking at Nora's father as if he is listening to him. An army man starts to fire at the troll with a machine gun, and as the troll turns towards the machine gun, his tail accidentally hits Nora's father and he falls far ways to the ground. His condition is very bad and he is about to die. Nora runs up to him and asks him to hold her in his arms. Before dying, her father says something to her. He says the palace, the king, and home, then tells her to believe, and he dies. Nora gets really shocked as she cannot believe her father has died right in front of her and starts to cry. The troll also looks at her father and walks quietly away from there. The next day, as Nora is working, the captain comes to her along with the PM's assistant. They tell her that they have an order of airstrikes to kill the troll for good. Nora talks to the defense minister, the PM, and the army chief about it. She tells them that the trolls had a huge issue with bells, which is why they used to attack churches. When a church bell rings, then they get annoyed and run toward it to destroy it. The defense minister thinks that Nora is just talking about fairy tales, and he does not take it seriously. Captain Christopher believes them that their modern technology and weapons have no effect on the troll. He tells them that they have no option at the moment than to listen to what Nora has to say. The army chief agrees with what the captain says, and he tells the defense minister that they should do as Nora says for the time, as they have never faced such a monster ever in their lives. On the other hand, we can see that the troll is moving toward a national park. The people at the park, when seeing the huge troll, start to run away. As everyone runs away from the troll, a small girl stands and stares at the troll. The army flies in with bells hanging from the choppers. They fly the choppers around the troll, and the troll gets very annoyed. He starts to hit the chopper, and as one of the choppers is about to fall on the little girl standing, the troll grabs the chopper and the little girl is saved. Everyone notices this incident. Next, Nora goes and meets the Prime Minister alone. She tells her that even though their plan had failed, they must work even more on the issue. The Prime Minister tells Nora to stay away from the case and then asks her to leave. As Nora is about to leave, the captain comes and tells Nora that she had done an excellent job. He tells her that he will be there to help her whenever she needs him. The Prime Minister's assistant also resigns from his job as he wanted to become a writer. He goes out of the building and starts to walk with Nora. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister does a press conference announcing to the people that a huge monster has come out of the mountains and is heading towards the city. To keep the people safe, everyone must evacuate the city. The government has done all the preparations to help people leave the city. As the entire city is being evacuated, Nora is also seen sitting in her car. There, she remembers what her father told her before about the palace, the king, and home. Nora and the assistant make a U-turn, and as everyone is leaving the city, they enter the city. They get to the royal palace where the security guards do not allow them to get in and points guns at them. The keeper of the palace gets to the gates, and after talking with Nora and the assistant, he takes them inside. He takes them to a secret place in the palace. On their way, he tells Nora that her father was a good friend of the keep and he was looking for evidence of the existence of trolls. They get to a huge tunnel and find huge skeletons there. The keep tells them that the royal palace was constructed upon the palace of the Troll King. He then tells them that the entire family of the Troll King used to live in Norway once. He then told them that the trolls were so huge and powerful that some people started to worship them. When St. Peter's got to know about this, he had all the trolls killed as he wanted everyone to convert to Christianity. When all the trolls were killed, a small troll baby was kept in the mountains of Dover. They expected it to die itself. The troll moving towards the city was the baby troll. It just wanted to come back to his home where all his family used to live, and nothing can stop him from getting there. After listening to the entire story, Nora gets really emotional. She takes a UV torch, and as she puts it upon one of the skeletons, it starts to turn to stone. Nora now realizes that all the stories that her father used to tell her were actually true and he was not a madman. Nora gets an idea and she calls the captain and tells him to gather all the UV lights that they can and bring them outside the city. The Prime Minister tells the army to attack the troll with a big missile so that it'll be destroyed once and for all. Nora and the assistant put the skull of one of the trolls on the back of a truck and start to drive in front of the troll to lure it out of the city. The troll gets angry after seeing this and starts to go after them. As the troll catches up, the skull falls from the ground and the troll picks it up, and as he sees it, he gets really emotional. The troll drops the skull, and as it falls to the ground, it breaks. The troll gets really angry and starts to run after the car again. Nora and the assistant nearly escape by jumping off the car. The troll finally gets to the place where the captain and the army are waiting for it with UV lights. As soon as they turn on the UV lights, the troll starts to feel pain. When the army chief sees that there are army personnel standing next to the troll, he orders them to cancel the plan of hitting the troll with the missile. The UV lights are working on the troll, and as Nora and the others watch it, the troll is in too much pain. Nora says that the troll has as much a right to live as anyone else has. She runs and turns all the UV lights off. She then walks in front of the troll and tells him to go back to wherever it was before, as people will kill him if he decides to stay here for longer. The troll listens to her very carefully, and suddenly the sun starts to rise. As the sunlight touches the troll's body, it starts to get stiff and it starts to turn into stone. When the entire troll turns into stone, he falls and breaks a little bit. Everyone is shocked to see what had happened right in front of their eyes. As the movie ends, we can see that another troll is waking up and is getting out from under a mountain. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get new movie recaps.